Hi there, it's Laura from MakeLifeLovely.com, and today I'm sharing a magical Harry Potter party that will transport you to Hogwarts. You'll love all of the creative Harry Potter decorations, food ideas, and desserts that I'll be sharing that are perfect for all muggles, witches, and wizards. Enjoy! I'm so excited to finally share this Harry Potter party with you. I've been dreaming it up for years. I've been thinking about it. It took me months to get everything ready for it, and I'm so excited to finally share it. You can find lots of photos and links to all of the products I used on my website, MakeLifeLovely.com. Just search Harry Potter Party. I hung Harry's wanted poster in an ornate gold frame, and then I put the 4 house banners around it that I bought from Pottery Barn Teen. You can also see the Hogwarts crest on another banner, and that was also from Pottery Barn Teen. These are butterbeer lollipops that I made. I wanted to get creative, so instead of serving regular butterbeer, I made lollipops and put them in a wood stump. This is the Harry Potter dining table I set up. Each table setting was placed on a brown parcel tied up with string that looks like it came straight from the owl post. White owl plates were stacked on larger white plates with a black napkin in between, and then I put a wand down the middle of each owl plate. I bought the wands from Universal Studios on our trips throughout the years. You'll notice there's chess pieces on the table, which are a subtle nod to Ron and his love of wizard chess. I also made sugar mice for party guests to snack on. All 4 of the Hogwarts houses were represented with colorful tumblers at each place setting, and I just had to make up a fresh batch of pumpkin juice. You can find the recipe on my website, and I'll have a video coming out for that shortly. You notice the black glittery skulls on the dark gray tablecloth? These skulls reminded me of the Death Eaters and their dark marks, so I had to use it. I included tons of cool Harry Potter details from the movies and from the books in the party. Here's Dobby, a free elf, standing on a suitcase next to Harry Potter's glasses and an ornate silver bowl. These are some prophecy cupcakes I made. The beautiful blue balls on top, I made them to look like the prophecy orbs that were kept in the Hall of Prophecy at the Department of Mysteries at the Ministry of Magic. The orbs are really pretty and shimmery. They are edible, and I made them from a gelatin and sugar mixture. These are some flying keys I made. I made a large gold version and some smaller versions too. You can see Dumbledore's wand, a Gryffindor scarf, a few more wands. These are ones that I made, and then a Hogwarts crest that I bought at Universal Studios. These are some cute little mandrake plants I made. I printed out the mandrake labels, put them over the pots, and then put some peppermint plants inside. Of course, I had to include Dumbledore's favorite, sherbet lemons, with a replica of the large golden egg that the Triwizard Tournament competitors had to retrieve from the dragons, and I bought the egg from Universal Studios' Wizarding World of Harry Potter as well. Here you'll see a really cool old-looking birdcage with an owl inside and a flying key attached to the top. Here's my copy of the purple advanced potion making book that's a replica from the one shown in the movie. Notice the slippery slugs crawling out of a small cast iron pot after Ron's spell against Malfoy backfired. Readers of the Harry Potter books also might have noticed the crystallized pineapple. This was Professor Slughorn's favorite treat, and Tom Riddle knew this, and he used these sweets to coax Slughorn into telling him about the Horcruxes. I stacked some vintage brass pots and cauldrons up to make it look old. Here's my butterbeer suckers again. I made these from my grandma's homemade lollipop recipe that she shared with me with a lollipop mold. I used yellow food coloring, Loran butterscotch, and butter rum flavorings, and the taste was spot on. They tasted just like butterbeer. The world of Harry Potter that J.K. Rowling created was not symmetrical, straight, or perfect, and I wanted my Harry Potter themed party to reflect that. I wanted my party to feel wonky, topsy-turvy, and magical, just like Rowling's Wizarding World. This is my absolute favorite part of the whole party. It's an enchanting pensieve punch. I served it in a wide pedestal punch bowl, and it's made to look like the pensieve. If you remember, Dumbledore had a pensieve. It was a rare magical item, and it was used to store and to rewatch memories. My goal was to make the punch look like the magical liquid that was inside the pensieve, and it was truly magical as it shimmered and swirled, and it created a really pretty pearl effect. A Harry Potter party definitely wouldn't be complete without a candy trolley. I made my own candy trolley out of a 3-tiered gold bar cart that I already had. A lot of my Harry Potter candy came straight from Honeydukes Sweet Shop from Universal Studios, and others I recreated or used the packaging from Universal. On the bottom shelf, I made a batch of round, colorful fizzing whiz-bees that are from the books. They're pastel colored and big balls, and so I recreated them. Of course, I made some chocolate frogs. I put those inside the chocolate frog boxes. You can see sugar mice that I made myself. A jar of pepper imps. The jar came from Universal Studios. The candy was already gone, so I refilled it with cinnamon red hots. The pepper imps are supposed to be hot and spicy. On the second shelf in the middle, you can see a jar of U-no-poo, which was filled with green candies that came straight from Weasley's Wizard Whizzes just in time for our party. Favorite thing on the shelf is the niffler that my daughter and I made. We made it from scratch for our Fantastic Beast party a few years ago out of foil and some fake fur. He also brought along some gold chocolate coins that he hoarded to share with us. I bought some fudge from Honeydukes before, and it came in that green and pink packaging. So I included that along with some pink gumballs and purple taffy. Made a bunch of chocolate frogs, then filled them inside chocolate frog boxes. These boxes are the same from the movies, and I bought them from Universal Studios. I made each of the boxes of Bertie Bott's every flavor beans, and then I put colorful Jelly Belly jelly beans inside. I included a bottle of pumpkin juice, some colorful rainbow lollipops, and a package of fizzing whiz-bees from Universal. Now, this party was thrown at my husband's grandparents' house, and they had a huge living room with a massive brick fireplace and kind of reddish sofas next to the staircase. It was perfect for the Gryffindor common room. It reminded me so much of the common room with the huge fireplace and the coloring and everything. I added one of my Pottery Barn Teen Harry Potter blankets on the sofa to give it kind of a lived-in feel. Pepper imps, frog cards, tumblers, pillows, pumpkin juice, a lantern, and a candle were all on display on the rug in front of the fireplace. Maybe some first-year students might have stayed up too late trading frog cards. Up against the fireplace, you can see an owl cage with an owl inside, some stacked lesson books, and brown parcels tied with string. There's also a Hogwarts plaque, stacked trunks. They all just look like they fit inside. The dark red and gold chunky candles were just the right colors for the common room. I added more blue prophecy cupcakes stacked on a black cake plate, more mandrake plants. Maybe they were Neville's plants, who knows? I also added a couple spare black cauldrons just inside the fireplace, a stray wand, and some cut wood ready for a nice cozy crackling fire. There's also a Gryffindor house banner and the Hogwarts banner as well. In the sitting area, I dressed up one of the red sofas with a Gryffindor blanket and a pillow to give the space a nice, cozy, lived-in feel. A spilled box of Bertie Bott's every flavor beans was tipped over on a side table near the sofa. You can see a beautiful vintage dish that's filled with more of the famously flavored jelly beans inside. You can also see Harry's wand, Harry's glasses, and a few Wizard's chess pieces there. Maybe there was a late night game of Wizard's chess with Ron. I wanted the scene to look as realistic and lived in as possible. I can just picture Gryffindor students hanging out here in their common room, having fun, playing cards, and relaxing while studying by the big fire. Would you believe that my husband's grandparents' house had the most amazing cupboard under the stairs? It looked just like Harry Potter's cupboard under the stairs where he lived at the Dursleys' house. So of course I had to go in and style this too. You can see an owl cage, you can see Gryffindor blanket, a Gryffindor cup, and more Harry Potter and Gryffindor decorations. Notice Harry's trunk, a candlestick, his advanced potion making book, Harry's iconic glasses, and some frog cards next to the wall. We also threw in some of our Harry Potter Lego sets, some more chess pieces, along with some books, cauldrons, and packages. Last but not least, we have 12 Grimmauld Place. Upstairs in one of my husband's grandparents' bedrooms, they had green wallpaper with flowers on it that reminded me of the Black family tapestry. If you like this Harry Potter party, please share it with any of your friends who also love Harry Potter. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more creative content. Thank you.